Good morning, children. Let's start with the divisional structures today. Okay, now in the functional structure yesterday, I have explained you that this is the first form of organization structures where what we are doing on the basis of similar nature of job, we are dividing them or we are giving or allocating them one department, right? And then in that department, in that structures we will have a different department according to a different job. Now functional structure is basically working for those enterprises and those organization who are offering only one kind of product mostly, right? It means ऐसी organization जो एक single product को offer करती है, market में लाती हैं, they go with the functional structures, right? But if there is any organizations which are working or which are offering more than one product, that they have to go with some another structures also for getting more benefit. So there we go with divisional structures, right? So divisional structure क्या है basically? Divisional structure basically means it's used for all those enterprises which have more than one category of product to offer, right? It means ऐसे enterprises, ऐसे business जहाँ पे एक से ज़्यादा product को क्या क्या आता है प्रोड्यूस किया जाता है, एक से ज़्यादा product को क्या क्या आता है ऑफर किया जाता है कस्टमर को, और those who are working in more than one kind of product, they go with divisional structures, right? And the reason for this is because they need to perform a homogeneous functions, a similar function, but they all are diversified according to the variety of product, right? So what they need to do, they need to first make a separate functions, separate divisions for a product, and then inside that division they have to follow the functional structures. So simple thing you need to understand here, that in case of divisional structure also, first we go with the division according to the product, and inside the divisional structures again we follow the functional structures only, right? So the proper definition for this is that in divisional structure, the organization structure comprise of separate business unit or divisions. It means these separate business unit are on the basis of product. Like for example, we can take that suppose we have a organizations ABC which is working on the product or which is offering the consumer the cosmetic product also, the footwear also, and the skincare also product, right? So what is going to happen here, because here the variety of product offering is more, it's not one single product, so they will be going with the divisional structures. What they will do, first they will make a separate division according to the product. So they have made the three division. One division will be cosmetic, second will be footwear, third will be skincare, and then what they will do, inside each and every division they will be allocating a functional structures. Here means again they will be dividing these division on the basis of similar nature of job into a functional manner, right? So again we can say that each division is following the functional structures here. Now let's take examples here by this diagram. You can see this is a chart which is showing about the divisional structures example here. So here a organization is working into a four kind of product. So what is happening here, the diversity is there offering the product. Cosmetic products are there, then garments are there, the footwear is there, and then skincare is there. The four variety of products are going to be offered to the consumer. So what is going to happen, they will not follow the functional structure directly, they are going to follow the divisional structures. What they will do, the managing director, the enterprise on the basis of product will divide it unit. Means inside the organization there will be one separate division unit for the cosmetic product, a separate for the garment, a separate for the footwear, and separate for the skincare. So this division on the basis of product is going to be called as divisional structures. Now again after the divisions have done on the basis of the product variety, now what is going to happen, we are going to follow the functional structure inside it, right? So here what happened, they have given example of only one department here, division here, that is garment. Garment के अंदर क्या हुआ, एक आपने डिवाइड कर दिया, एक डिवीजन यूनिट बना दिया अपने गारमेंट की, उसके अंदर हम क्या कर रहे हैं, अब फंक्शनल स्ट्रक्चर्स को फॉलो कर रहे हैं. लाइक ह्यूमन रिसोर्सेज, अ सेपरेट डिपार्टमेंट, दोज हु आर गोइंग टू वर्क विद द अपॉइंटमेंट ऑफ पीपल, अपॉइंटमेंट ऑफ एम्प्लॉय, डेवलपमेंट ऑफ एम्प्लॉय, प्रोवाइडिंग देम ट्रेनिंग, अपॉइंटिंग देम इनटू अ पर्टिकुलर पोजीशन अकॉर्डिंग टू देयर स्किल एंड कॉम्पिटेंसी, राइट. Second is marketing, who is responsible for the purpose of selling, right, who is responsible for the purpose of informing the consumer about the kind of product which is available in the market. Third is research and development, a very important department which is going to work on analysis the requirement of the consumer, the changes which are occurring into the society or environment. And then fourth is purchasing, who is going to be responsible for purchasing the raw material, the other resources which are required for the purpose of production. So what has been basically done in this diagram, अगर आप इसको ध्यान से देखेंगे इस चार्ट में क्या हुआ है, divisional structure is also following functional structures. It means if an organization which is going to work, which is going to offer more than one kind of product, will first has to divide it according to the product as a division unit, and then inside the division unit they again have to follow functional structures also. So I hope it's clear for everybody, right, that this is the kind of divisional structure which organization followed. And basically divisional structures कहाँ followed होता है, it is basically followed in those kind of enterprises which are working or which are offering more than one kind of product, right? If it is a one kind of product only the organization is working, most of the organization go with the functional structures. Okay, so now let's start with the advantage of functional structures. अब functional structures के advantage देखते हैं. So when we talk about the advantage of functional structure, divisional structures, let's take the advantage of divisional structures. So when we talk about the advantage of divisional structure, the first advantage it is giving is that it is preparing the person, the division head, for the higher position. And with that it is also related with the product specialization. Like when we talk about if you remember in the functional structures there was an advantage of it is related with the function specialization. Yani every person, every employee, whoever is doing what work, they are specialized in that work, right? Because they are doing it from a long time, right? And we are not going to change that. But in case of products, this divisional structures, the work is done on the basis of product specializations. Means the people, those who are specialized in the production of one work, in the marketing of one particular product, in the purchasing of raw material for one particular product, they are going to allocate that particular division only. So what happened here, they become the product specialization here, and just because of this the division head who is going to see all the work of that particular division unit, means the product unit, whether it is related with the purchase, whether it is related with the productions, marketing, HRA. So he becomes special in that particular product field, and which is going to increase even his position also. वो उसे क्या करता है, benefit देता for the purpose of future position gaining also. The next is saying that the second advantage for the divisional structure is that divisional heads are accountable for profit as revenue and cost related to different department can be easily identified and assigned to them. It means because if organization is working into different variety of product for the purpose of offering that to consumer, so every division will have their own revenues, they will have their own profits, they will work with their own cost of expenditures, right? So what is going to happen here, every departments easily we are able to identify that what is the position of our department, how much we have did the expenditures, what are our revenues, and what are the profit we basically got from this particular department. So what is basically happening here, we are easily able to measure the performance of each and every division over there. Division head क्या कर सकता है, बहुत easily हर एक division की अपने department की परफॉर्मेंस को मेज़र कर सकता है, एंड दिस परफॉर्मेंस कैन बी इवन मेजर बाय एंटरप्राइज ऑन द बेसिस ऑफ कंपेयरिंग द डिविजन यूनिट प्रॉफिट रेवेन्यूज एंड एक्सपेंडिचर्स, राइट? सो प्रॉपर फीडबैक कैन ऑल्सो बी गेट बाय द एंटरप्राइज into a different divisions, and they are the divisions head are accountable for these profit revenues and cost. Now next is it promote flexibility and initiative because each division functions as an autonomous unit which lead to faster decision making. Now this is the another advantage here for the divisional structure, that it's more flexible. And second thing is that the decision which are taken, which are required to be taken inside the divisional structures, can be taken more fastly or quickly. The reason behind it is that the person who is working as a division unit, right, he has a complete power to take decision related with his division himself only. He don't need to ask that from any another division head, right? So here what happened, it's more flexible. In case he want to do any changes, he can offer that changes also, and plus whenever he want to take any decision, that decision can be taken fastly and implemented too also inside his own division. The next is, it facilitate expansion and growth as new divisions can be added without interrupting the existing operations by merely adding another divisional head and staff for a new product. Now this is the another advantage, that divisional head or in the divisional structures we are easily able to expand our business, or we are easily able to expand our business. How? By adding a new division into that unit. यानी जो आपके, अगर सपोज द एग्जाम्पल विच वी हैव सीन वेयर एक मैनेजिंग डायरेक्टर्स ने अपने बिजनेस में क्या कर रखा है, द 4 डिविजन यूनिट आर वर्किंग, कॉस्मेटिक, गारमेंट, फुटवेयर एंड स्किन केयर. If he is getting good profit from all these 4 divisions, what he can do, he can easily expand his business by adding one more division over there. वो किसी भी एक प्रोडक्ट की और डिविजन ऐड कर सकता है फॉर कस्टमर, ऑफरिंग द कस्टमर, राइट. सो दिस व्हेन ही इज़ डूइंग दिस, इट विल नॉट गोइंग टू इंटरप्ट द एग्जिस्टिंग डिविजन्स. वो किसी पुराने डिविजन को कहीं भी इंटरप्ट नहीं करेंगे, बिकॉज व्हाट ही नीड टू डू, ही नीड टू अपॉइंट ओनली द डिविजन हेड फॉर दैट पर्टिकुलर न्यू division unit and the employee those who are going to work for that new product line. So here the growth perspective is more when we talk about divisional structures. Next is about the disadvantage of divisional structures. Now when we talk about divisional structures, the main or the very important thing about the disadvantage or drawback of it is that the conflicts. The conflict basically means there are more chances of arising the conflict here between the different division, and the reason for this conflict is sometimes the divisions units are the peoples, those who are working, the staff, those who are working inside the division unit or the division head is not satisfied with the allocation of funds which is done by the head, which is done by the business enterprise to a different division unit, right? So sometimes this allocation of fund may create a conflict among the different divisions unit, or which is going to give losses to the business enterprises. Next is, it may lead to increase in cost of activities across product, providing each division with separate set of similar function, increasing expenditures. Now the second disadvantage here is that divisional structure is one kind of structure of organization which increase duplication of work also, and it also increase the expenditure of organization also. And how? Because if we are talking about that 4 product we are going to offer to customer, जो मैंने अभी आपको चार्ट के थ्रू एक्सप्लेन किया था कि कॉस्मेटिक, गारमेंट, फुटवेयर और स्किन केयर के आप 4 काइंड ऑफ प्रोडक्ट को हम क्या कर रहे हैं, वी आर ऑफरिंग दैट टू कस्टमर, राइट. सो व्हाट इज़ गोइंग टू हैपन, वी आर गोइंग टू डिविजनल स्ट्रक्चर में क्या होता है, फर्स्ट वी आर गोइंग टू मेक अ डिविजनल यूनिट. आप एक डिविजनल यूनिट बनाते हो, देयर विल बी अ हेड ऑफ दिस डिविजनल यूनिट. इनसाइड एवरी डिविजनल यूनिट यू विल हैव अ सेपरेट डिपार्टमेंट for purchasing, for marketing, for HRA, for production, and this is going to happen for all the 4 unit. This is going to happen for all the 4 product which you are going to offer, right? So what we are having in one organization only, if we are going with 4 product, अगर एक ही ऑर्गेनाइजेशन के अंदर आप 4 प्रोडक्ट को ऑफर कर रहे हैं, वी आर ऑफरिंग 4 प्रोडक्ट ओवर देयर, इट मीन्स व्हेन वी आर फॉलोइंग डिविजनल स्ट्रक्चर्स, वी आर डूइंग 4 टाइम the 4 time we are doing the purchasing department. 4 purchasing department has been allocated, 4 production department has been made, the 4 marketing department has been made, and the 4 HRA department has been made. Why? Because what is happening here, inside every division unit we have to make a separate functional structure, we have to follow a separate functional structure. So this is creating a duplication of work also. Same production का work जो आप कर रहे हैं, but because the product variety is different, separate production department अलग कराए कॉस्मेटिक का प्रोडक्शन का काम, a separate production department is there for producing the garment work, separate is there for footwear, separate is there for skin care, same with marketing and other thing also. So what is happening, duplication is happening here in divisional structure. And the second thing is, it is going to increase expenditures also. How? We have to appoint more employees here. Every division we are going to have a similar kind of department which we are doing one only in case of functional structures, right? So this become a drawback for the divisional structures, that the expenditure get increased due to the duplication of work. Next is, it provide manager with the authority to supervise all activities related to a particular division. In course of time, such a manager may gain power, and in a bid to assert his independence may ignore organizational interest. Now just remember what we have done in case of functional structure. Functional structure में हमने क्या पढ़ा था, that when we are talking about functional structures, it was a department head who is responsible for their own department. It means if there is a product of cosmetic we are offering to the consumer, production से related decision will be taken by production department head, related with the decision of marketing will be taken by marketing head, HRA will be taken by human resources department, research and development will be taken by a separate department head. So there is one kind of product which you are offering, and then there are different people who are responsible for the answer of that. There are different people who are supervising the different work, right? So it's not that we have given all the power in one hand only. But in case of divisional structure, the drawback here is that the division unit, right, the head of the division unit is responsible for his own whole divisions, whether his division, the purchasing work, the production work, marketing work, research and development work, all and everything he is the one who need to supervise. So what happened, sometime the power came with one hand only, which can be utilized in a wrong manner also, where the organization will need to face its losses also. So this was all about the drawback of divisional structures. Now suitability. Now where we need to go with divisional structures, it means, or we have a choice of functional structures also, and we have a choice of divisional structures also. Then in what kind of business we need to go with divisional structures? So when we talk about suitability, divisional structure basically means we have to go with divisional structure for all those kind of business enterprises where a large variety of products are manufactured using different productive resources. It means where we are offering more than one kind of product, जहाँ पे आप एक से ज़्यादा या बहुत वैरायटी ऑफ प्रोडक्ट को क्या कर रहे हैं, कस्टमर को क्या कर रहे हैं, ऑफर कर रहे हैं. एंड हाउ वी आर ऑफरिंग दिस वैरायटी ऑफ प्रोडक्ट इनटू अ डिफरेंट प्रोडक्टिव रिसोर्सेज मैनर, मीन्स द मैनर ऑफ प्रोड्यूसिंग इज़ नॉट सिमिलर. अलग अलग रिसोर्सेज यूज़ करके आप अलग अलग मेथड के थ्रू इसको क्या कर रहे हैं, प्रोड्यूस कर रहे हैं. सो इन दैट मैनर यू शुड गो विद डिविजनल स्ट्रक्चर्स, और डिविजनल स्ट्रक्चर इज मोर सुटेबल फॉर दैट काइंड ऑफ ऑर्गेनाइजेशन. Now if there is any organization which need to grow, and if there is any organization which need more employees to work inside it, which need more department to be created, where a new level of management need to be introduced, now they have to take a decision of adopting divisional structures, right? So here one thing is very clear, that where we are working with a variety of product, a large variety of product with a diversified manner of producing that, right? So we will be going with the divisional structures. Now it is possible that some organizations start with the functional structures, but according to the dynamic changes in the business environment, they have to adapt, or they have to go with the divisional structures, right? So children, this was all about the functional structures and divisional structures. In the next video we will be talking about our difference between functional structures and divisional structures.